now in this special edition of Triad today as we salute public instruction and give you sort of a report on how we're doing. And we're now talking about career and technical education with our two special guests, Joanne Honeycutt from the state and Ken Symington from the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. We sort of alluded to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. How often does CTE lead to post-secondary education versus, say, going right into a career? We're talking about making kids ready to go in a career if they need to and go to work in an industry, but how does this break down?
We follow up with our CTE concentrators, students who have had 4 credits in CTE 6 months after they graduate from high school. And we know that about 75% of those students do go on to further education. Now that's a range of further education. Some of them choose university, some of them choose community college, and some of them choose apprenticeship training as well.
How's that breaking down on the county level?
For us, it's higher, and we know that the students who are participating, particularly those students who are concentrators, CTE concentrators, they graduate at a higher rate. And for those who go on to post-secondary, for us, it's over 90%.
Well, what kind of credentials and other accomplishments can students obtain through CTE?
So in the district, we have several academies at some of our schools. We have a finance academy, we have an academy of hospitality and tourism. At Atkins High School, which is not too far from here, we have several academies that are sort of technology focused as well as health careers. But recently the state board endorsed some certificates for students to get, and so by students completing certain coursework and obtaining certain scores on some tests, they are able to get those endorsements.
Well, Joanne, we don't get to see you too often because you're up there in Raleigh, so let me just put you on the spot again because I don't know when you'll get back this way. Career and technical education, can you give me any kind of a feeling for how you think it's doing in the state? Is it making a difference? Are we getting kids prepared the way we need to? Is it having economic impact? What's your feeling? Well,
the short answer is yes, and I can give you a few quick examples. The graduation rate for CTE concentrators is 94%.
Where the state average is 82.
Correct. So we know that students that have that focused area of study and a hands-on project-based technical area tend to graduate at a higher rate. 91,000 credentials were earned by our students last year. That ranges from financial literacy credentials all the way to the very advanced CompTIA and network administration.
And Ken, is that because the kids are more motivated?
I think it allows them to be more engaged. They're learning certainly from the book level, but then they're actually able to apply what they're learning, and I think that leads to a higher level of engagement for their learning.
Well, I appreciate you all being here, and especially, not that, Ken, I'm not appreciative for you, but you and I didn't drive as far as Joanne saw. And also, Ken, thanks for not letting me be the only male on this program today. But some great things that you all are doing on the state and local level and throughout the state. I just really appreciate that. In case people want more information, there is a website. I'm going to give it, we'll have a graphic at the end of the show, but I'll go ahead and just give it to you now just in case as well. www.ncpublicschools.org, which has a wealth of information about lots of topics, including the one we just talked about. So we will continue our conversation, and coming up, we'll talk about keeping parents informed.